So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Uh-oh.
Hold it! My men brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing.
I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. The man I killed. Wait, no, I mean...
I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. I've never seen anyone that dead. Whoa! Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now.
Suspect? Who?
Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
What? Sir! I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? You even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins.
Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Well, like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom.
That's your answer?
I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets.
But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people? Nonsense! There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement?
Ew, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! Ha 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 ha! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor! Lang says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. All right, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Woo! Through my line of logic.
What? Oh, good, we finally get to talk to somebody. I'm gonna have a nice long drink because this guy's voice is gonna be the death of me.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Here in America, they're really rare, ha! Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right?
Again, we're in Japanifornia, where gun laws are slightly more strict. That is your reasoning.
Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girl. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf.
Why the wolf? This is supposed to be about you. You're barely wolf-like at all.
Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Z.
You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous. Thanks. My sliding assistant.
Lang Z developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangpa police still trained its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world?
You want to put it to a test?
All right, let's see if we can rebut your booty.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time.
Yeah? Did you kill any of them yourself? So what can you tell me about the body?
A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy.
Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct?
I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right?
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Don't pat yourself on the back yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Lang Z says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer fish, the big killer fish.
Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws.
Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that Shi-Na.
The Federal Firearms Restriction Act.
That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days.
Interesting, that woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right?
But he's not! If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. I can think of 99 problems. But Meekins ain't one. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you?
As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here.
Oh.
Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired.
How did you take every single person's weapon in such a short span of time?
That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation.
The power of sheer numbers. But you would have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct?
Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you! Show me your gun.
Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun!
What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir! I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible?
In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim.
So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Okay, so we have a piece of evidence that will actually... Oh, wait. We've added one new thing here. Let's press this one.
Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun
that he doesn't have. You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here, in this garage?
From the fact that the suspect is found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Z says a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before.
Furthermore, Lang Z says, hang in there, baby. Successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene.
Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. He's terrible. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shi-Long Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? Okay. So, ambush the victim in this garage, kill him here with the gun. So I'm guessing this is the new piece of evidence we got. But what's gonna be our thing that actually leads us to it? Blue Badger Bible doesn't really help. A vile criminal with a gun? Does the Bad Badger costume just have a gun? Is that what it is? Is it gonna be that stupid? I'm gonna try it because I think it's hilarious. The Blue Badger Bible shows that there are ways for a costumed person to have a gun. Nah, this isn't it. Agent Lang, about this piece of evidence. Too easy, too wrong.
Thanks. Langzy says, confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong.
Okay, not that. You gonna let him let you about your self-confidence like that? I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence. I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts. Indicate loss of blood like a gunshot wound. Despite the fact that fatal bullet went through the body, there's very little. Oh, he didn't do it here. He didn't kill them in the garage. So he couldn't have ambushed him here. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean?
Hiya!
So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight.
Grrr! Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging around out here in the first place?
Weird? How so?
Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But, sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace! How dare you take your pact obligation so lightly?
Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir!
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too! Ah!
Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Selling dreams to children. You got a permit for that? What is this Blue Badger mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir.
Is that like ice cream?
So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
All right, we got that evidence at least.
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He just seems unsure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir.
Okay, let's tear apart your testimony, Meekins.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir.
Hold it!
All right then, where were you assigned to?
I was assigned to the main gate, sir.
He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain.
Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? That's because, it's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
Of which this is not part of. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation.
Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir.
Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger?
I thought I had no choice at that point, sir. So, I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir.
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams?
Sir, the Blue Badger mobiles where dreams are collected.
What?
Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role, selling dreams to the children, sir.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers?
No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right.
Why are you good at these forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edgeworth?
To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Hold it!
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks. And before I knew it,
The good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connected to your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Sir! That's right, sir.
That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekins' story. But I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Okay. Toe check the square inch. He went in the Blue Badger mobile. What are we... I'm guessing something about the Blue Badger mobile. What do we have here? Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. How did you get the Blue Badger mobile if they're parked in this area? Is the only thing that seems to be there. I think the fact that the Blue Badger mobiles are parked in the Wild West area means he had to have come here first rather than after he was selling things.
Objection!
Ah! Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Ah! Actually, I had just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
A likely story. Who do you think's gonna buy such a convenient tale as that?
And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used all right. To move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir!
Agent Lang, wait!
What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts in this case, let alone the truth.
I told you, truth schmooze, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
You boorish buffoon.
I think you need to leave.
What?
We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here.
Ugh.
I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy.
Well, thank you, but no!
Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Whoa, to be continued. I guess we gotta go. Find out next time when we try to figure out, are we even gonna get to investigate this murder and keep him from completely messing it up? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Press those buttons. We'll see you next time. Thanks for having everybody. Bye for now.